The Lord be with you. And with your spirit. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Luke. Jesus went down to Capernaum, a town of Galilee. He taught them on the Sabbath, and they were astonished at his teaching because he spoke with authority. In the synagogue there was a man with the spirit of an unclean demon, and he cried out in a loud voice, "What have you to do with us, Jesus of Nazareth? Have you come to destroy us? I know who you are, the Holy One of God." Jesus rebuked him and said, "Be quiet, come out of him." Then the demon threw the man down in front of them and came out of him without doing him any harm. They were all amazed and said to one another, "What is there about his word? For with authority and power he commands the unclean spirits, and they come out." And the news of him spread everywhere in the surrounding region. The Gospel of the Lord.
Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ.
I always appreciate Gospels like this, and I can really relate to the people who encountered Jesus, and when they encountered him, they were astonished because he spoke with authority. And I remember reading the Gospels as like a young man kind of getting into this and really encountering that. The words Jesus spoke, they packed a punch. They weren't just ideas or someone's opinion. They were spoken with authority, and they were received with authority, and there's a goodness in that. It's not just a synagogue official's or a rabbi's opinion. That's neat, and there's goodness in that, but it doesn't necessarily have the authority of Christ. So the word authority is an interesting word. It has a couple different meanings, but one of them is beginning. So you think of an author. He's the beginning. He's the origin, the creator of a text. So authority kind of has that, like the authority Christ speaks with. He has authority because he's in the beginning, Jesus was. He's God, right? So his authority has credibility. It's not just because of the office he stands in. So I guess that's kind of more of the root word that we're talking about here, that kind of authority. I have authority because I designed this thing. That's where my authority comes from, says Jesus, and it resonates with us. Yeah, I can follow that guy. He knows what he's talking about. Okay, so we also celebrate today Saint Gregory the Great. He was a pope. He was also a doctor of the church, meaning he contributed something credible to the faith. All right, so the Pope shares in the authority of Christ. So when the Holy Father speaks, we listen. It's not just theological opinion. It's he's been given a share in the authority that comes from Christ to govern, teach, and sanctify. So, it's not still just this authority of Jesus 2,000 years ago. That authority continues to be in the church today through what we call the magisterium, the teaching authority of the church, the Pope and bishops in union with him. So it's just this great gift we have in the church to put our faith in a solid rock, not just opinion. It still goes on today. It's a great gift that we have here, and I think that's why we all cling to it, because the teachings we receive here, through the scriptures, but also through the teaching authority of the church is not somebody's opinion. It comes from the author himself, who is Jesus Christ our Lord. So a great gift, and I feel like we kind of can relate to these people in the synagogue. When Jesus comes, he teaches with authority. We like that. And when the church speaks, she teaches with authority. We still like that. That's why we keep coming back.